right. How we doing? Episode number 46 at the Social Venture Podcast. Welcome back, Matt. Welcome back,
Thank you
Rob.
for having me, and Happy New Year to everyone.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Happy New Year.
We had a good week. We had a good few weeks and a lot of interesting stories. We have a few very crazy stories we're going to go over. And the first story, which is my favorite, is Venezuela. And, as everybody knows, recently we snatched Maduro from his penthouse, brought him to the United States, new house.
Right when he was about to get in his safe house.
Thank you for bringing that up. He didn't even have time. That's how good our American soldiers
But
are.
you know what's interesting? How did he change so many times? Usually when they put you in a jumpsuit, you stay in that jumpsuit until you go to court. This guy had like 7 different outfits.
He kept shitting and pissing his pants.
Probable.
What's your pick, Rob, on the move by Trump?
Oh, it's brilliant. It's awesome. And when I heard that we used a sonic boom that made people just collapse and spit up blood, we killed like 200 of their people. We didn't lose one of our guys. Got in, got out. It was awesome. They couldn't detect any of our technology. By the time things were happening, they didn't even know. They couldn't detect it because we're so far ahead of what they have there.
Are we that great or they're too outdated?
No, I think we're great, man. I think that we been focusing on this stuff. I think J.D. Vance and I think Pete Hegseth are incredible. Also Rubio. I love listening to those guys talk. They really are on top of the game. Then you have the guy from Colombia who was talking shit, and then he found out about the sonic boom or whatever happened over there, and he's like, yeah, we talk on the phone. We talked on the phone with Trump. And now we get that that's running Mexico.
No, I was going to say, the Colombian president is having to come to Jesus now?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay. I missed that in the news. That's good to hear.
Yeah.
What's your take, Matt?
My take is absolutely fantastic. And the reason why I say that, aside from the minerals and natural resources there, you've got the Panama Canal right there, and you know the Chinese want that. The Chinese want the world. And then you've got Cuba, Panama Canal, and just work your way down through the Gulf of America. And with us controlling that, that is a huge strategic safety net for the United States. And then again, just to throw in there that we also have something in this country that nobody else has in the world, rednecks. So you are not going to invade the United States, the Gulf of America.
And what is wrong with the American populace? And then not all of them, but these white women, right? They're like, we don't need Greenland. You don't understand that these nations were trying to undermine the dollar with the BRICS nations. Then they're in our backyard in Venezuela. They're in Cuba. They're going to go try to take Greenland. They're in Colombia. They're in Mexico. They're trying to take over our sovereignty. And, they're bitching about it. Like, just say, hey, I don't like Trump. I think he's an asshole, but I think this is good for us. They can't even say that.
So just to be clear, China and the Russia are looking at Greenland.
Yeah.
Okay, see, and that's where you're correct. If everyone realizes that that is a strategic point for the United States, then absolutely we must control it. But Denmark still has never said no to the United States. They're going to let us in there.
Actually, they did one time.
Well, they did.
In 1946. So we tried to buy the place. I don't know if you guys knew that or not. Which we offered $100 million, and they rejected the $100 million offer in 46. And then right after World War II, we built a base over there. We still have that base. It's not working or anything. It's like 100 feet under ice, and this was recently rediscovered or re-imaged by NASA when they were taking photographs from space, and they saw that 100 feet under ice, there's a massive bunker. And those bunkers were strategically put in because it's so close to the Soviet Union back then in 46, to the Russians, and we were starting to have the nuclear era type of the Cold War, and we wanted to make sure we get there first before they get to us. And also, besides us getting there first, it's a vantage point where we can intercept their missiles. Because it gets
that makes sense.
Yeah, to the east of the United States before getting to Greenland first.
We don't have to take it over. We don't. We just work out a deal. And I believe that'll be helpful to Denmark, who doesn't want to speak Chinese or Russian.
But we're going to take it over. He already made it clear. It's ours. He goes, you either can make a deal or we're going to take it over anyway.
Yeah. So pretty. Yeah. And
What he says,
I think they'll make a deal.
yeah.
And I don't know if you guys also knew, but since the inception or the revisiting of this conversation, we had a bunch of billionaires going there investing a lot of money. Bezos, the heir to Estee Lauder. Apparently, he's the one who planted this the seed into Trump's head back in 2019. And then Bill Gates, Estee Lauder's heir, actually started a water bottling plant. Or,
Oh, really?
Yeah, he started, a brand new business.
You think he gave him a deal on the orange makeup?
Maybe.
Isn't that why he's going to go to get Greenland? Because he gets...
Yeah, he may get a good deal and put it on sale. And Trump will help. Yeah. But yeah, a lot of people started reinvesting in there. But this isn't new. Greenland isn't new. Everybody thinks it's brand new, but it's not.
But there's nobody on there. There's only like
100,000 people.
Yeah, under 100,000.
Less than 60,000, actually. About 56, 57,000.
And a lot of them are tribal.
A lot of them.
This is old world.
This is
World.
It's a massive pot of land, though. It's a large piece of land. Large piece of land.
Maybe we should go over there and buy some property.
Yeah. But like
Oceanfront.
an iceberg.
It's some oceanfront.
But it's melting. That's another thing. Oh, that's another thing you should bring up. You brought up Panama Canal, and Panama Canal is so important for the shipping routes, right? So is Greenland right now, because the ice is melting,
Making more routes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's making more routes. It's more accessible to Europe, more accessible, to Russia. So yeah, it'll be in maybe another Panama Canal. You don't know.
Again, my hope with Iceland or Greenland is that we can work out a deal before we take it over. That would make me happy. Venezuela couldn't be happier.
Yeah.
Iceland, I just want to be a little happy.
But Cuba.
Or diplomat.
But do you guys think if we don't come to an agreement with Denmark, you think we will physically take it over?
Of course we will.
We will physically take it over, and then we will start paying rent. That kind of thing.
I mean, I think they'll probably still take care of the people of Denmark, but sometimes you got to say, shut the this is ours now. Here, take this
But
little...
would it be part of what, the U.S.?
Of course, it's going to be a U.S. territory.
Is it going to be like, I don't know, Guam? Will it be like Puerto Rico? Something like that.
Territory.
Yeah.
It'll be a U.S. territory.
But my question is, how much money is Greenland making for the country of Denmark? How much revenue?
Oh, right now?
Yeah.
So Denmark is actually paying them about annually $750 or $800 million every year to maintain its Danish or Greenlandish population right now, for social services and everything. And Denmark is super liberal, super liberal.
Because they're small.
Yeah, super liberal. Okay, that's the GDP for, what is this?
Greenland gives to Denmark.
GDP about 23 billion Danish kroners in 2023, which equals to about $3.3 billion. Main industry, 90% of their industry is fishing. 90. There you go. Look, there's a grant amount in recent years, which equates to about $600 million from Denmark to Greenland to self-govern. So about 700 million. I read another report that it was about $700 million they give to Greenland every single year for those 60,000 people to live there. But obviously, we're going there for strategic and reasonable
purposes.
And
reasons.
the more we hit China with the oil stuff, the less likely they're going to be to try to take over Taiwan, because then they're going to have to deal with Japan.
Can you imagine if we discover oil here? If there are any, like we did in Alaska?
There's probably oil there.
Everybody was, laughing when we bought Alaska from the Russians.
It was something's icebox. So see something icebox.
My mother's uncle was the colonel in Alaska.
Oh, wow.
From from World War II on.
Whose icebox was it? Who they called it was a senator that put the deal together, and then they call it. Oh, we just bought this big piece of ice, and Stewards forward
1860
Stewards follow.
Yeah. Stewards. That's it.
But what's good is about going back to Venezuela for a quick one is that the oil, the crude oil there, is mostly used for battleships, naval, and military supplies, military grade oil. So by shutting that off, we are limiting 30%. It's either 30 or 70% of China's oil for their navies.
And now Canada's having problems because they shut down the pipelines for that heavy crude, and now we have it. So we don't need it from them. And they're like, oh, we got to build a pipeline. We got to build a pipeline. Too late, motherfucker.
I mean, look at the Chinese. The Chinese they've been doing this for the past 20
Oh,
20 plus years, 30 years.
no, they're buying countries by putting in docks
Exactly.
or whatever that country.
Dogs, yep, roads,
Yeah,
infrastructure,
Cuba,
you know,
solar,
Africa is funded by China.
That is correct, sir.
and they're losing money.
Yeah, but they can care less at that point because it made them a superpower. I mean, look at Russia. Look what happened to Russia. Russia, it's like number 3 right now after U.S. and China. It used to be just U.S. and Russia. China was not on the map.
Yeah, well, because we kept supporting their economy.
Yeah,
They
exactly.
kept stealing from us, and now look at them.
Yeah, that's how geopolitics works, and white liberal women don't understand that.
No, they don't. Fucking fools. And like for instance, I'm married to one, and I said to her the other day, I go, hey, you have credit cards? And she goes, why? Why do you want to know? I go, well, Trump just released that his credit cards are only going to be able to charge you 10%, no more than 10% for this year, 2026. Because that's going to hurt. That's going to hurt people. They're all going to lose their credit cards. And she just went on a fucking rant. I'm like,
How did you ask her? How?
I can't, because then I go down the rabbit hole.
You guys will start throwing things at each other.
No, I'll realize like, okay, I can't be here. I got to leave because I'm there for my kids, during certain events.
Great, honestly?
That's awesome. Why can't you say, I hate Trump, but I like what he just did? I'm okay with that. I hate the motherfucker, but that's a good policy for us. This is a good policy for us.
Yeah.
I'm okay with you not liking.
And you know what he said the other day? Tom, I don't know if you can pull this up. There's a video where he said that he wants to actually eliminate the income tax, okay, possibly in the near future, and up to $100,000.
The way it used to be.
Right? So if you make $100,000 or less, you don't pay income tax.
Yeah.
He's wonderful.
That's beautiful. That's not wonderful, And he's saying we're making so much money with tariffs, and me, my business mind comes in, and I was thinking instantly, why don't we just, keep collecting the income tax, pay off the national debt, and then stop collecting income tax?
Yeah.
For example, we have a massive debt problem, right?
Well, we just had with 3 tankers with how many millions of barrels of oil on them?
Oh yeah,
They were just given to us, if I'm correct.
The price of beef, even though they said, I heard it, the liberals were saying the price of beef is up, the price of everything is up.
I heard this too.
Okay, I went to Trader Joe's.
Yeah.
I would buy ribeyes. I stopped buying them because they were $46 a piece. They're back down in the 20s.
No way.
So what the are they talking about? The gasoline is down 20 cents in my neighborhood. What are they talking about? These
So the national average, I think, is about $3, $3.25.
Yeah, it depends where you are.
Yeah, which is great.
Mysterious Trump derangements and everything good. They've got to try to spin it backwards to make this country look bad, just to make him look bad. Look, you don't have to like you said, you don't have to like the man.
You're right.
But it's about America and Americans.
It's about I'm sick of being attacked and woke liberal white women attacking the patriarchy and attacking white heterosexual men.
We've all seen that study then.
Yeah.
They did that study that came out recently about that more white women, if white liberal women did not vote blue.
Oh, yeah. The entire country, almost like 90% of the country would be red
Yeah.
if white liberal women did not vote. Yeah.
was inside. I mean,
I think only California.
And we can blame the Republicans for that because they're
and Massachusetts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
the Republicans are the ones that push for women's suffrage, right? Women's right to vote.
Oh, back. Yeah. Well,
The Republican.
Yeah.
They're still pushing. Well,
After the Civil War, right?
for
No, in the 20s, right before the
No,
Roaring
who
20s.
started after the war, Civil War, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. About the women rights movement.
It sounds like if liquor touches your lips, your lips will never touch my lips, shit like that. These
and then we got the Supreme Court today. Now they're still dealing with what is a man, what is a woman, and what the sports are.
Oh yeah, Tom.
Ladies, come on!
Can you pull up that video, the congressional hearing video or the Senate hearing video by Senator Hawley? I don't know if you've seen this, but this is crazy. We're still discussing this. And
yeah, then Brown, the Supreme Court. She was in the Supreme Court. She doesn't know the difference between a woman and a man. She can't give us a fucking answer, but she was put on the Supreme Court.
Yeah.
Does not know the definition of a woman. Is that insane?
Thank you, Mr.
So,
Chairman. Since you
but-
bring it up,
Look at this.
why don't we just start there? Dr. Verma, I wasn't sure I understood your answer to Senator Moody a moment ago. Do you think that men can get pregnant?
I hesitated there because I wasn't sure where the conversation was going or what the goal was. I mean, I do take care of patients with different identities. I take care of many women. I take care of people with different identities. And so that's where I paused. I think, yeah, I wasn't sure where you were going with that.
Well, the goal is just the truth. So can men get pregnant?
Again, the reason I paused there is I'm not really sure what the goal of the
The
question
goal is just to establish a biological reality. You just said a moment ago that science and evidence should control, not politics. So let's just test that proposition. Can men get pregnant?
I take care of people with many identities, but
Can men
I
get
take care
pregnant?
of many women that can get pregnant. I do take care of people that don't identify as women. That
Can men get pregnant?
again, as I'm saying,
Let me just
As a doctor.
Yeah, I know.
She studied biology
She studied biology.
for like 12 years.
Incredible.
Fucking idiot. This is the type of people I lived with for 13 years. Fucking intellectuals and scholars. They're fucking idiots.
So, but why is this mindset still going on? Are they? I mean, we can see she's purposefully trying to deflect, the question.
Because they're
down.
trying to take down the patriarchy. They're trying to get rid of men in control. And they'll do anything they can to undermine fucking men. Heterosexual men.
But is men being in control a bad thing for a family?
Of course it's not. We built everything. Everything they have, even their tampons and maxi pads, everything they have was created by a man. Their education was created by men, and they took it and put it in the wrong direction. And I mean, they wouldn't even know how to put on shoes if it wasn't for men. I'm sick of this shit.
But at the same time, these ladies, they ought to be proud of the history of women in the world, whereas it has been the woman who has taken care of the household, whereas it's been the woman who has cleaned that house, kept that house clean, raised those kids, kept those kids clean, helped those kids study, and on and on and on. Why do they not take pride that it's really the women who are ensuring the future?
They're in charge of the family.
Exactly. It's like there's no rural women's lib in Japan. Why? Because women have a specific role. They control the money. Men get their allowance to go out and play.
Their take is that apparently it's oppressing if you look at a woman in that manner. That if a woman is only to be a wife, to be a homemaker, to be a mother, to clean and cook, they see that as an oppression.
Okay, there was a time when my wife worked and I didn't, and I took care of the kids, and I took the kids to school, and I changed the diapers, and I did the kids' laundry, and I took them to the park, and I made sure it was the best thing I could ever ask to have put in my life. It was hard, hardest job I've ever had. It was the best, most rewarding thing you could do. Why don't they want to do that? I don't get it. And
This is where they've screwed up the modern woman. Am I a professional businesswoman? Or am I a stay-at-home mom? Or can I even be a mom? They've ruined, the thought process of women.
But there's nothing wrong of being a professional as a woman.
Absolutely not.
We encourage them to go and be professionals.
But we
Actually,
now have that choice to be what they want to be.
yeah.
You don't want to be a homemaker? You don't have to be.
Yeah.
You don't want to raise kids, hire a nanny?
But don't call other women who are in the position of being a homemaker, a mother, and do all the traditional ways as oppressed.
Yeah.
Or
There was a woman on a wall near the near an ocean, and it probably more of a bay ocean, and there were ducks, and the male duck was getting on the female duck to have sex, and she was screaming, "Get away from her! Get away from her!" Like, I go, what is wrong with these white women today? I don't.
yeah, purple hair and a no.
She looked like a regular mom, and she's screaming.
Oh, is this? Oh my
Is
God.
it?
Oh no, I can't believe this is real.
Yes.
Get away from her! Get away from her! Hey! Get off of her! Hey! Stop! Stop it! God damn it, get us a net!
You know, it's funny. I've got to jump in here because I was in Coronado with my wife, and a couple of ducks started mating. I'd never seen ducks mate before. So June was screaming at me, man, look what they're doing. Stop something. I'm obey, stop someone. And somebody just went, oh, wait a minute. No, babe, they're fornicating. They hear make a lot of noise. But yeah, no, it surprised the hell out of me because I'd never seen it before. And it just suddenly came, oh, yeah, it's not a fight. No, they're having fun.
That's just that's what I see. Look, that fucking Green, is that her name? The one that was not Green, the one that was just killed by the ICE officer.
Nicole Good.
Good, no good, so good. My pin says so good. I'm an
Yeah.
you. I'm shaving my head for Nicole Good. She was a fucking troublemaker, and her girlfriend, who wants to be a man so bad.
Clearly.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, go get your lunch and come back and see us. We have the same place. You, you fucking bitch. Let these guys do their job. Let them do their job. There should be people, snipers, taking those motherfuckers out. They're garbage. They're nothing but troublemakers. We're trying to get rid of criminals and people that are here illegally who are cheating the system.
And part of the problem with these people is they want trouble. They want a house load of trouble. They just don't want the resistance.
But can we get to the root of this problem?
Go ahead.
Where did this all begin? This type of mentality and logic
The
of
hippies.
these women, and men. Some.
Well, it's funny because Obama was pretty much pro-ICE, and he did some ride. They were talking about like they put ICE on a pedestal under Obama, and anything under. This all started in 2016. Trump has really, these women have gone completely crazy because he said, you can grab them by the pussy. They'll let you grab them by the pussy is what he said. He didn't say, I grab them by the pussies. He said, they let celebrities grab them by the pussy. And he opened up that whole thing where Me Too started, and all this shit started bubbling to the top. They blame him, I guess. I don't know. I mean, he just made a comment that was on a hot mic. He didn't even say it. It's more of locker room talk. Like when you're with other guys and you see a fat woman walk by the window and your bunch of guys are sitting there, they're gonna make comments. Like roll her in the fucking flour so you can find the piece.
Let's be clear. When a fat girl walks by, ladies, you're making comments too.
That's right. So that's all that was. And that's when it really started. That's when it seemed to really start picking up steam in 2016.
Did it transcend just in 10 years? All of this? From
No,
2016 to 2020?
It was there, but it went completely off the rails.
These people were already before, 2016. They were thinking this way. They were feeling this way. They were observing everything.
Well, you figure that they were able to get this gadget and go,
She can get. I get that not all alone. Oh, she get. Oh, we're gonna protest.
you fucking idiots. You got a family. You got children, and you're over here protesting. I have a video that shows it looks like it's from a neighbor's house.
Yeah.
He was filming it. She hits the cop. His hands hit the hood. Boom.
Okay, but I have a question for both of you.
Yeah, go ahead.
So I understand legally he was able to do whatever he did.
Yeah.
To shoot legally.
Yeah.
What about morally? You think he still should have shot and killed her?
This is why I said at first I said he could have probably put a couple bullets in the engine block and stopped the vehicle, right?
Yeah.
But when she hit him, the video shows him hitting the hood and his arm hitting the hood. If you look where the bullet hole is, it's in the corner of the windshield.
So you're saying it was like a ricochet?
It was like a reaction.
Reaction, putting your hand on the hood and pulling the trigger?
Yeah, because it's in the corner, bottom corner.
And see, that's where the argument is going to be. He was on the side of the car when he fired, so they may look at that as
Well, he was from this angle. When she started hitting him, he wasn't on the side of the car.
correct.
He was in the front.
But
No.
they may argue, was the threat over at that point?
If he was on the side of the car and that bullet hole she wouldn't have got hit. The bullet hole is in the corner right here where her head was. So he boom. Did 3 bullets go? There's only 1 bullet hole in the windshield. Where'd the other 2 bullets go?
But was it excessive?
No.
No, look, a car is a deadly weapon.
It is, absolutely. No doubt about it. I mean, you're a former law enforcement officer, so your take.
Policies on dealing with that, and each one is go ahead and fire. I mean, obviously, it extends to once the car goes away, you can no longer fire. Like, then that was decided years ago by the Supreme Court. But if the car is coming at you and your life is in jeopardy, a reasonable officer is allowed to draw their weapon and fire.
And now they did a GoFundMe. I think the day of, they already raised $1.5 million.
Let me ask you, lady, was it worth it? You were impeding traffic. You were impeding, the ICE's duty and their mission and their, I can't think of the word right now. And then what? Now you're dead.
Yeah, absolutely. The kids are motherless. The ex, I don't know.
Not only
why.
that, if you're looking at what ICE is doing now, is they're not around at all.